It is. Sorry about that.
Kedah is regarded as the oldest state in Malaya, based on its archaeological discoveries of settlements way back in the 19th century. Alor, the state capital, is where all government businesses takes place. But what's more important,
Kedah is the land of paddy fields. And you all know we have to pay tribute to our most delicate national food, don't we? So, here's the part where we play you a short montage on rice and all its starchy glory.
Rice.
Rice.
But that's not how we do it best in the world. I'm gonna take that little montage, extend it, but instead of white rice, we're going yellow.
A very strategic location along Anak Bukit, right next to the palace, is where kings and queens come for their imperial meals. This is where I'm a little confused. It's called Nasi Lemak Royale, but they serve it like nasi kandar.
Kenapa Kak samakan nasi ni dengan nasi kandar?
Dia macam nasi kandar tau.
Dari segi persediaan lauk dia?
Bagi cik sama aja.
Ah.
Mungkin terlalu banyak sangat terdapat nasi kandar.
Dua beradik tapi tak sama. Ayah dia berbeza.
Oh.
Sama dia.
Spesial dia.
Okay, so I guess I'll have to try it for myself and make my decree. But looks like it's gonna take a little longer than I expected.
I've been waiting in line for a while now. Look back here. Everybody's been waiting for quite a bit, right? It's quite insane. It's my turn. I'm just waiting for them to ask me what I want. Everything on the plate. I guess that's how the kanda is done, right? It's all mixed up. The kuah campur.
This is one of the biggest highlights of the entire experience. You can mix it with 7 different kinds of kuahs to enhance this divine dish.
Okay, check it out, guys. This is how it rolls, okay? Is this a nasi lemak or a nasi kanda? The proof is in the pudding, so let's dig out the rice, because you don't want this to be tainted. There's a flavor that I can't really get out. I don't know what it is, but it's really good. And guys, you know what? This is not nasi ayam. This is definitely not nasi lemak. The only thing that makes it nasi kanda is the fact that they put the sauce all over it. You got 7 types of this one, and it is spicy as micey.
As for the other best bit, some people say that they make the rice yellow by adding chicken stock and yogurt.
It's very different. There's a hint of nasi ayam to it. Check, chicken good, chicken very good. If you guys were real food experimentators, right? If that's even a word, what I want you to do is I want you to come down here, I want you to try it for yourself. When you order it, do not get them to mix it all up. I would recommend you to get a mixture of kuah right here, and a separate rice or an extra separate rice, so you can just sit down and try to decipher what is this rice all about, because it's so unique. It's intriguing me as I eat. And you know, I'm trying to take it easy on the rice right now. Of course, that's impossible because I'm in Kedah. But think about it this way, right, guys? If you are here and you are eating rice, the only reason you will be finishing it, right, is because you're trying to figure out, what am I eating? It's just, it's so good. It's different. I absolutely love all the lauts that they have.
It's like they have all the lauts you can get from every different nasi out there. From daging to salted eggs, you just pile it on your plate and you get yourself this.
I am still so confused as to what this is, especially with every single bite of the rice. And you're talking quality rice, yeah? Tell you what, guys, I need to come up with a conclusion. This is not nasi kanda. This is definitely not nasi ayam. This is definitely not nasi lemak. It's Nasi Lemak Royale. It is a breed of its own. If you come down to Alor, you have to try this for yourself. It's different. It's right next to the palace. Maybe that's why it's got its name. I have no idea. But try it. It is definitely fit for the kings. Best in the world.
So this time, I really can't help you. All I can say is that it is delightful. Be like these people. Come here, try it, and maybe you can tell me what it is to you.
None of this chili sauce stuff here. Guys, be comfortable with your feminine self. Pinky.
If you're in Kedah, Langkawi is the place you definitely don't want to miss. The ultimate holiday paradise of sun-drenched beaches and its duty-free zones. Just a ferry ride away, I knew exactly where I had to go.
As you know, we at Best in the World take our breakfast very seriously. So serious, I have to cross the sea to have breakfast. Is it really that good? Hey man, I've been coming here since I was 16.
I'm not just saying because Red Tomato and I go way back. It's part of my must-do list every morning whenever I'm on the Jewel of Kedah. I especially love it when I didn't have to place my order because Mr. Ali knows exactly what I like.
Well, the Red Tomato mainly serves up Western cuisine. It's a feel-good kind of food with big portions, and we mainly concentrate on breakfast because that's the most important meal of the day. And our famous breakfast is the farmer's choice, the eggs Benedict, and also our yogurt muesli.
Sounds like the perfect breakfast on an island vacation? Well, it is! Accompanied by its charming interior decorations and cozy table settings.
They know me so well, I already got my coffee. Okay guys, this is the story. You're in Kedah. There's a lot of farm in Kedah because this is the sawah padi, the rice bowl of Malaysia. That's why there's a lot of farmers. Now farmers need to make a choice. But here, the choice has already been made. And this is the breakfast I come here for all the time. It's called the farmer's choice. Gracias, Tanya. Oh yes. I even got myself a little dessert. Now this is breakfast obviously, but I'll try that later. Seriously, straight up, look at this. It's potatoes, they're baked, and they're mashed with everything. You got cheese in here, you got tomatoes, you got onions, you got bits of beef bacon, you got your mushrooms. It just looks beautiful. Now I know it's just a whole mash of things, but this is their version of a nasi goreng. Instead of rice, you use potato. Just the right amount of everything, guys. This is seriously the best breakfast you can have if you're in Langkawi. You come to the island, you want to have a big breakfast, something that will fill you up. Then you have the energy to do anything all day. And this definitely does it for you. And did I mention that it comes with a side of their own homemade bread? I mean, come on, bread doesn't get any better than when it's made at home. Soft and fresh. Tell you what, guys, you can get high on island life. Everything's so chilled out. You got the breeze coming at you. See my hair move? You see my hair move? That's not my producer putting on the fan, okay? That's real island wind. So you're having that going on, things like that, and you're by the beach, and then there's so many girls. There's just so many girls. Or, you know, ladies, you can look at guys.
If you ever want to add some of that hot onto your plate, ask for the Lady of the House special homemade chili oil.
I'm gonna put this aside for a while because I like to save my good food. I know you guys like to do it sometimes, right? I'm sure when you're eating and things like that, you put your sotong aside because you want to have it for last and things like that, right? I know your eating habits, man. Let me try the muesli. This looks fantastic. It's very inviting. It's very pink. It's got lots of love in it. Looks like got little hearts on it because of the strawberries. But I think the love is inside. Ooh. Sour. What did I tell you about the girls? Gotta love them, man. Hi. Hi. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, the muesli is so sour, but it's so delicious. I believe there's some sort of juicy element present in this muesli. It's like apple. And your muesli is not crunchy as muesli should. It's soft as muesli does. But it's great breakfast. It's inviting, it wakes you up, and it's something sweet. I would say this is for the ladies, definitely. This is a man's breakfast right here. But guys, don't be afraid to try this. be comfortable with your feminine self, you want to try all the food, even if it is for the ladies. Pinky. Trust me, guys, you can't go wrong if you come here for Farmer's Choice, because that's the choice that's made for you, and that's the choice you need to make. Head over to Langkawi, because this stuff will ground you for the beach life. Best in the world.
I'm not going to exaggerate on how wonderful my experience is because I knew that a long time ago. But one thing's for sure, it never fails to make me happy, which is why I had to share it with the world. And after the most important agenda in Langkawi, it's time for item number 2.
You gotta come to the beach if you're in Langkawi, no? It's absolutely amazing. The sun is shining, the wind is blowing, and you get some of that sea breeze going on. It's a lovely afternoon. It's 2:34.
2:34.
Everybody needs a snack at 2:34. And if you're on an island, you need fish and chips.
The best place for that? Scarborough. But wait, that's like all the way in England. Guess what? They have one right here in Tanjung Ru, Langkawi called Scarborough Fish and Chips. And let me tell you, it's not some pirated copy of the original because Mr. Param lived in the UK for 10 whole years. And you learned a lot in 10 years.
So you're sitting by the beach at your local chippy, the Scarborough, and you got chips the size of the old block, if you know what I mean. It's terribly English and it doesn't get much quaint than this.
Comes with good old tartar sauce. And yes, they kept it original. There's this ketchup. You got chili sauce or not? Upon request lah. So if you guys are like, hey, but they don't have chili sauce lah, I cannot eat with vinegar, like that. Don't worry, they have everything over here. But why would you want to do that if you can eat it with vinegar? Because that's how you do it anyways, you know? None of this chili sauce stuff, you know? All jokes aside, seriously, this place is actually very nice. You're sitting down, it's got quite a Mediterranean feel to it, you know, the colors that they use. And they have caravans too.
These caravans are actually from Scarborough. What did I tell you, huh? Even their settings are original. So not only did he master the British cookery, but also their style of living.
Oh! Hang on. That needed a moment. Full on fresh. You know, one of the ways you can tell if fish is fresh is if it's like snow white. And this is definitely snow white. It's oily and it's fatty and it's delicious. You know what's better than having fish and chips by the seaside? Having fish and chips by the seaside in a caravan. Oh my goodness. I have not tasted fish and chips like this since I was in Southend. You want some traditional English fish and chips? All you British nationals out there who miss home, you want to come down to Tanjung Ru because this chippy is the way forward. Oh my lord. Guys, a snack at 2:34 doesn't get better than this. You're sitting by the beach, you're eating fish and chip, really good stuff by the way, and you're sitting in this really quaint area, you know what I mean? You're relaxed and you're having a good time. It's your local Scarborough chippy at Tanjung Ru. Best in the world, man. Best in the world.
Even Gandalf thinks so! After my satisfying island escapade, which I wish would never end, it's time to head back to the mainland for more of what Kedah has to offer. On to the ferry and a quick break for the producer.
Kau datang sini, kau layan puan balik ni.
Because a rich person will always go for the cheek of the fish.
After the nice ferry ride, I am back in the heart of Kedah. Having digested my food, it's time for a good snack. And I found one right when I stepped out of the ferry. Gotta love Kedah.
Khabar Rahim? Baik eh? Alhamdulillah. Okay guys, for those of you who need to know, this is what they call Apom Balik Walk. Okay? Wak is Abang Rahim's father, who has started this business about 22 years ago, and he's continued. But if you come here 20 years ago and you're looking for this place and you don't know where it is, it's right here in front of the Wisma Nelayan. Sebab kau datang sini, kau layan makan apam balik ni.
The ingredients for apam bale are simple. Flour, sugar, salt, eggs. The essentials. It was 2 kupang 2 decades ago. Now it's 5 kupang. 50 cents, that is.
Okay, I'll tell you what the experience is standing right here, okay? I smell char, okay? There's lots of burnt stuff, but it's not in the thing, it's around the thing. And I think that's what really adds to this masterful flavour that he has over here. Jadi daripada dulu sampai sekarang pakai benda yang sama je?
Benda sama.
See, it's not just behind the man, it's also in the grill or whatever you want to call this thing, right? And the way they do it as well, it's very simple. He doesn't wait for it to cook on the inside as he always does. It's very soft. You can already see it. And he's very generous with his sugar and his salt apparently, and also the kacang. Okay, bang, saya dah tak tahan dah ni. Saya nak cubalah. Sebiji. Boleh makan yang tu bang?
Itu boleh tapi sejuk sikit ya.
Tak apa. Sikit je kan. So makan Just gonna grab that. Dia panas lagi bang, dia panas lagi. Okay, there you go guys. This one is especially for me. Right, the thing is with apam balik is that, you know, sometimes you get them really thin. This one actually feels like it's got some meat to it. So I'm not even gonna like bother anymore. I'm just gonna bite it and see how this goes. Oh. What is this experience? What is this experience? What is this experience? It's flavorful. It's what an apam balik should be. Soft in the inside and it's savory as well. Not savory because of its taste, savory because of its texture. It's full. And then crunchy on the outside. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I hear what stands out most from his apam other than its taste is the thickness of it. And people don't just buy one, they buy it in tens.
So if you're around here in Kuala Kedah, you just gotta stop by in front of the Wisma Nelayan and have yourself one of apam balik wak. This stuff, best in the world.
From Kuala Kedah to Alostar, most people take the drive in search for the head. What head? I'm gonna bring me and you to it. It may be a little tricky to find, so just grab any Kedahan and they'll lead you to it.
This place apparently whips up the best fish head curry in all of Alostar. Now, I heard this from policemen, taxi drivers, and anyone else who shares the same radio frequency when it comes to good food. So I say,
Off with his head, boys, because a man's got to eat. Over and out.
Hainan Orchid Tropica Cafe! I hear that it's been patronized by many celebrities, big and small. Hey, isn't that Lee Chong Wei? Oh, Datuk sure knows the best place to get ahead. Enough about that. It's time to eat. You guys too? Alright.
this place has heart, and you can see it in the food. This fish head is amazing. It's fresh. That's what I can say about it. It's so appealing that way because look, you got fresh mint leaves on top, and that really comes out with the smell. And you got your fresh onions as well. The sauce looks really, really thin and light, but the flavor is so full. Let's unearth this. Oh my goodness. Here's the thing with fish I have to tell you about, okay? Once upon a time, there were thieves all over the road. And the thieves, they used to steal from rich people. But then, rich people started to find out, and then what they did was dress down like normal people. And then, the thieves got smarter. How come there are no more people like that anymore? Then they're like, they're dressing like us. So how do you know if this guy's a rich person or not? What they'll do is they'll invite you over for dinner, and they'll serve you fish head. And they will know whether you're rich or you're poor based on what you go first. Because a rich person will always, always go for the cheek of the fish, which is the best part in any fish. And oh my goodness, whatever, I'm not even thinking right now. This thing has mesmerized my head. I'm gonna come back to this baby, but before that, oh my, fresh fish. You don't even need rice for this one. But coming to Kedah and not eating rice is an insult. Amazing. Let's move on. This is salted egg mantis prawn. It doesn't have much meat. What they've done here is they've peeled it, they've deep fried it, and they've done it with some salted egg. So you know you're gonna get that special flavor. It's crunchy, it's got the right amount of spice,
The coating's just nice, but you can still taste the prawn in it. So beautiful. I think it's a really interesting thing because you have a slight difference. Usually you go to a Chinese restaurant, a nice seafood restaurant, you ask for either sotong udang. You know, you got your prawns and your squids. But this is an alternative, I guess. Here's something else I got recommended. The tofu. Really fresh chives on top, spring onions, so soft. But what really makes it happen is this sauce. Now, I'm not kidding. I know my tofu. I go around and I eat tofu as well. This is a very good one. A very good one. Even the lala has a sauce. Let's try that out. It's got that dried chili thing going on there. No cashew nuts. And the lala is good. And the lala is fresh. You know, how do you really appreciate lala? Take a bit of the condiments that came with it, like your onions and other chives, etc., etc., etc. Take a bit of the sauce, put it all together with some rice, and voila. Above all, I really, really vouch for this. So much so, I'm changing my tactics to this. It is subtle and strong at the same time. This place can definitely give you a run for your money and challenge any top seafood restaurant I've ever eaten. You think you know seafood? Come here and eat. Best in the world. Somebody took a lot of trouble to turn it into something so special. Love it!
If the Queen of Hearts were here, she would never take a break from saying, "Off with its head!" And I would be here to eat it for her. Being the rice bowl of Malaysia, Kedah has so much more to offer than just plain old rice. From hearty breakfasts and meals fit for kings to delectable snacks off the road and beautiful island escapades, it is definitely a trip worth taking.
In the little town of Ipoh, a star was born. Who eats roti canai with daging hitam?
This is the best nasi I've ever had in my life. They have a drive-through for a soya bean.